Okay, we're live. I've been working on this damn thing for an hour, 2 hours, trying to get it to work. Hadn't done a live in a long time. I can't even remember how to operate this equipment. It's been a while, so let's see if anybody wants to join in. Got some Crawler Canyon going on YouTube up here on the Fire Stick, so join in and say hello. Got to put some wheels together. Let's see if I can figure out how to share this. Been a while. Invite you. I have to go on my phone and do it, I guess. It's not even showing up on there. Let's go to YouTube Studio. Not even there. It says I'm live. Gaines RC. I'm up. Good God Almighty. Thank somebody. Can you hear me okay? These glasses suck so bad I can't see anything. I need to put my contacts back in. I'm mounting up some tires to go crawling tomorrow. Hadn't done a video in a while. I hadn't done a live in a while. Just wanted to I need to get back into it, start putting some more content out. Been very busy. So I've got some, what in the world? I keep getting these pop-ups. Had to restart my computer to get this camera to work. It took me 2 hours to figure that out. Audio is great. Thank you. Good to see you back. Good to be back. I've still been playing with some stuff. I just hadn't been making any content. Just trying to enjoy it a little more. I've been busy at work. See my crawler here. Been messing with that thing a lot. I'm actually going to Moss Rock tomorrow with Bubba. Got a new build coming up. Actually, redoing an old build, I guess you'd say. I got my Poise truck, but I'm putting it together the way I want to put it together this time. I got some Vanquish F10 portals, front and rear. Tomorrow, I'm picking up some rare earth aluminum housings for these. I've got all new brass and aluminum pieces for all those. I've got new ECU. I got not ECU, new 40 amp Rhino ESC and an Outrunner motor. I've got that's the only thing that's came in already. I've ordered everything else. I've got the big bore shocks, drive shafts, chassis spacers. What else? Oh, the deluxe super light transmission is supposed to be here next week. So this thing's going to be pretty serious. Can't wait to get it going again. I think it's going to be with my old F-150 Bigfoot type body. Will look similar to what it did before, but it's going to be more badass. So I got my, let's see, where's the camera? My 2.2 printed inners and foam outers for my 2.2 wheels, 1.9 tires, ruptures. Just my go-to. I'm actually putting my old tires on here just because I got two old sets that still got some life left in them. These things still work really good when they're pretty used. So getting those together. I got one wheel already put together. So Sanjora lighting's terrible right here. I need a light coming from that way. This is a new setup too. This, I used to have everything was done in my trailer. When I sold my trailer, it kind of killed my recording area. So I don't know what I'm going to do yet. So I still working on that. I have this pit light over here that's really, I got it turned down because it's so strange lighting. It's great for working here, but when I got it turned like that, it's not worth the flip. I printed some 85A inners. They're like stupid soft, too soft. I gotta go back to the drawing board on those. I'm gonna probably make some complete inserts out of those once I get it all dialed in. I need to pass my bedtime. I gotta see if I can figure out how to get this. I couldn't get it to pull up online to share it. Your videos live. I don't know what's going on, but it's not showing up on YouTube for me. Let's see. Let's search. There's the hammer. There it is, Harlan. Oh God, I look like an idiot. For whatever reason, it's not pulling up on my phone. Yeah, it pulls up on the Fire Stick. I was just gonna pull it up on my phone and share it from there. Let me get out of this screen and try it this way. There it is. See if I can share it. Shoot. There's no option to share on here. What the hell? don't understand what's going on. View on YouTube. About to view the stream on YouTube. There it is. Good grief. Now, we'll goes to Facebook. Okay. Now, it should be on Facebook. Do something with it. On YouTube Studio and YouTube on my phone, it does not show up. I still got the Nitro car on there. I've never been able to get that changed. I need to work on that. To the group. So what's going on? If y'all come on here, please say hello. Talk about whatever. Talk about what's been going on in y'all's world too. See, I've always been a fan of the Vanquish stuff. The quality's super high, very expensive, but I'm a big fan. So I bought these used. These are F10 portals. I believe they're off of VRD Carbon. But I've got the aluminum housings. Should have those tomorrow. And I've got those. I've got overdrive gears coming for the front. Let's see, is Rob Savage. Not racing nitro buggy. I don't have any 8-scale stuff anymore. I've got the only race car I have left is my 10th scale 2-wheel drive buggy. Don't get to race it much, and I'm only racing indoors. Just done with outdoor dirt. Henderson May. I have seen Strawberry Patch. I've been getting a lot of questions about it. Been talking with him back and forth a little bit. I wish him the best of luck. I know what kind of work it is trying to do that. Just don't have the drive to do it anymore. It's just not very practical. I know that doesn't sound like me, but I had a rough time with this. I know he's trying real hard, but that's a tough job. I wish him the best of luck, and who knows, I might get another one and go race with him some, but not right now. Good to see you. I appreciate it. I haven't been doing much content at all because it hasn't been as productive, and maybe I've just given up a little early. I've been busy, so I've been trying to enjoy when I go out instead of because you video so much, make so much content, it becomes work. So I've been trying to enjoy it a little bit and just go do stuff, and just the crawler stuff is more laid back, and I still the coolest part about it is I can make things and be creative and learn to get something dialed in. That's what I like, The problem with not having the warehouse anymore is I can't just go practice and and test things like I want to. I can't afford to go. I quite honestly can't afford to go travel around to do that without a. When I say local track, outdoor tracks they're cool and all every now and then, but if for me, it's just about got to be an indoor track. I'll be able to run it when I want to run it. I guess maybe I was spoiled. I just wanted. I'm not going to do it. I'm not interested in outdoor at all. Maybe I'd say that I may change my mind one day. I really would like to. I really do miss it, but I'm enjoying the crawlers, and I'm enjoying working on my Civic. If you're ever near Crispy, Florida, we race 8th and 10th. It's outdoors, though. Hope to have a roost soon. Well, cool. Yeah, this car is right now. It's set up for stock carpet because the Track and Mobile, that's all they run. The 2-wheel drive is 17.5, and if I do something, I'd like to. If it's a high, like there was Columbus, I don't know what's going to happen with that place. Really high grip dirt. I ran that with that car several times, but it was like switching the car back and forth from carpet to that was kind of a job, which no big deal really. But it'd be best if you had one of each. But that's what, if I was going to do it again, that's what I'd like to do. And then the new on track raceway down there is in a new location, and I hadn't been there yet. I want to go down there. I was going to go to the last one, and something came up. So, interesting. I understand. I've been burnt out as well, especially racing, something like that. The best out of the box setup right now. That's a good question. As far as what we do, there's not much of a RTR that does what ours do. In my opinion, this is what I did. I didn't want to get into this super expensive. So this truck is, and it's according to what you want to do. If you want to do mostly trail stuff, there's a lot of options for that. If you want to do this crazy vertical crawling stuff like we do, or competitions or whatever, we don't really do competitions, but if one pops up, we may go to it here and there. This chassis is an Amazon YFG RC chassis. It's a carbon plate chassis. The rest of the kit is based off an Element Builders kit. The Element Builders kit is an awesome kit. You can get it for about $250. It's a complete rolling chassis kit. It's very capable, just the way it comes out of the box, and there's a lot of upgrades. For me, I printed a lot of things. I 3D printed a lot of stuff on mine. I printed the everything on axle, which is a servo on axle and the battery mount on the front axle. Put a bunch of weight in the front. 3D printed skids and sliders, and extended the wheelbase, and that's pretty much it. It's really a $500 setup. The ESC and motors, you can get an ESC and motor from anywhere from $100 to $150. These really small, lightweight outrunner setups are. I just bought this one for my other build I'm working on. This is a Rhino. 40 amp ESC, and let me show you how tiny this thing is. I'm sitting there playing with my daughter's pocket knife. This is the ESC. Now this is a 40 amp. It's very small, very lightweight. You need to use a direct power servo that gets its power from the battery, not through a BEC. If you want if you don't have that, what I've got in this one is an 80 amp version of this. It's a little bigger, and it has a built-in BEC. I'm running a ProTech, whatever their crawler servo is. That's a long story. I went through hell with a Holmes servo, and I bought it from A-Main. They replaced it with the ProTech one. It's black or something like that. Let's try and get this motor out. This is the motor, tiny little thing. It's a 1900, and it's a, I don't know if you've seen an Outrunner, the outside turns, not the inside. That has more mass on it and makes it crawl super smooth and easy on the bottom, real low stuff. They're lightweight. They don't weigh much. Let's see if I can weigh it. Grams. 84 grams. Just nothing for a motor. Then my transmission in my new build I'm doing is going to have a 29 gram transmission. There's the ESC in the box. It's only 57 grams. That's nothing. So I'm trying to think of the best RTR. If you want an RTR, what I started doing this stuff, I started doing more scale stuff. Let's see if I got it up here. This is my scale truck. I got this thing out today. Now this one's been highly modified. This started life off as a can't get it on the screen. A Element Trail Runner, which is somewhat like a 4Runner. Now this thing has got, that whole front bumper and all that looks like a Gen 5 4Runner because I 3D printed all that. It doesn't look quite like that when it's new, but and I've changed it to solid axle. It had an independent front suspension, which sucked. I got all kind of 3D printed stuff on it, and that thing's fun. I got that out and all through this trail back behind my house today, and ran it through the water and all kind of stuff. It was really, I had a big time. But it doesn't do the. It looks like Lisa's texting me. Let's see what she's not here right now. All right, I'm posting that I'm live on YouTube. It says I'm liberal. That's not the case. She went to a party at my sister's house, so she'll be home soon, and I'll probably have to end this stuff. Let's see. So the reason I brought that one up is it was on sale pretty cheap. Now, I don't know if you can get them or not, but it's basically an Element kit. All the Element stuff's pretty much the same. A lot of people like Axial. I've never had any Axial stuff, but that's kind of more of the common thing. I bought the Element for a couple of reasons. It's made by Associated. I know they got good stuff. Coming from a racing background, I figured that was a good idea. And when I bought this Trail Runner, I spent all my time 3D printing stuff. Then Bubba Arnold comes along with his crazy crawler and comes to show me. I said, well, I got to have one of those. But I didn't have a whole lot of money. I wanted to piece it together and just put something just strictly vertical crawling somewhat on a budget. So I looked at the Axial kit. I wanted the kit to build. And I looked at the Element. And I was leaning more towards the Element stuff because I already had one, and I was a racer, so Associated Element goes hand in hand. So that's the way I went. And this thing is seriously is one of the baddest around. And it's probably definitely of the people that this thing compete with. I get compete with. We're just goofing off, this is probably less money tied up in this one than any of them. So now the other build I'm working on is a Poise chassis. It's up there, and it's not anything but frame rails right now. So let's see. Yeah, good to hear from you too. We're going out to Moss Rock tomorrow, Bub and I think Clayton's coming too. Hang on a second. I gotta figure out how to change that thumbnail on my live videos. I haven't figured that out yet. I hadn't tried really. But yeah, Clayton Stevenson's coming out tomorrow. He's got a new TRX4 Sport kit that he's been running, and Bubba's been helping him work on that thing. And he's not gone full bore like we have yet, but he's working on it. So that's another option. The TRX4 is obviously a good one. I don't know if it's the best. There's going to come a time if you want to do what we do with these. It's hard to compete. They're so crazy now. It's hard to compete unless you build something. There's no really kit you can buy. As far as kits, now let me say this. As far as kits concerned, you asked me which one was the best RTR. Vanquish is probably the best. They got two right now. They've got a kit which is called the VRD Carbon. Now when I say that, they're still not quite this level without a bunch of changes and everything, but you can make them do some of the things these do. The VRD Carbon is a kit you put together. It's just like any other kit you assemble. And then they've got an RTR version of that same car called the Stance. It doesn't have some of the things that the VRD Carbon has, but if you're going to buy an RTR, that's the one I would buy. I think it's $500. Any RTR you get, especially in a crawler, the servo's not going to be good enough. The ESN motor are going to be subpar. Everything else is usually pretty decent. So I would say if you want to get an RTR so you can just go on out there and use it, get a Stance, and as you go along, change the servo, change the ESN motor. You can get a good ESN motor for that one, $150. It's very reasonable. Axial SCX10 Pro. The SCX10 Pro, I don't have experience with it, but I know it's good. I've seen it in action. I know people love it. It's expensive. I looked at it when I started this one, and it was out of my price range. It was like a $600-something kit versus $250. So that was a no-brainer, especially when I knew the element stuff. But if I was doing it over, and I kind of am, because you see, I've got axles going in my new build, Vanquish. I've got another Vanquish order. I'm going to have the aluminum housings for these, the aluminum hubs. By the time I get done, I'll have $500 or more in the axles, but they're going to be bad to the bone. But I am definitely a Vanquish fan. Now I'm sold on it. The quality is over the top. You pay for it now, but it's good stuff. But if I was going to buy a ready to run kit, I would get the Vanquish Stance and just modify as you go. If you wanted a kit to put together, I almost bought the VRD Carbon, not because it would compete with this thing, but because I liked it so much. The design is very nice quality, very, very well thought out. There's a lot of upgrades for it. They've got this really cool transmission. The VRD Carbon comes with like 37 degrees overdrive, percent overdrive. The stance is not quite that much, but you can upgrade all those transmission parts and everything. But you could always totally redo the whole thing, and turn it into something like this. I think the VRD Carbon is pretty close. We still got to have servo, ESC, and motor and that kind of stuff. But they've got cool things like the stubby transmission stuff, so you can put a servo behind the axle, get it down real low. Everything's like real low weight. A lot of these things, like these are portal axles. Raises the center of gravity a little bit, but you lower the center of gravity on the truck to make up for it. It does some really neat things. This one's a straight axle with everything really low. This thing goes straight up. If you watch some of the videos, you can see some of the vertical straight up stuff is unbelievable. So, well, I guess I'm going to wrap this up. Lisa just drove up. We got to get the dog out. I've been trying to get him out for the last couple of hours. He hadn't done it. So I'm going to do more of these lives. I really just wanted to test all this stuff out, see if I can still do it. And I'm going out to Moss Rock tomorrow. We'll get a little footage. I just did the chop top stuff. I started a video on that. I'm getting a little coverage with that. So make sure y'all stay tuned and like and share, and we'll see you next time.